Hello everybody, it is Alan, it is Brony time, and welcome back to Let's Play Dual Destinies. When we last left off, we kind of, we bought more time, but then the whole bombing thing happened, and we kind of recapped all the events of the first case, and now we're back on the main timeline of the present as we go and try to solve the murder of Clay Charon in Apologist's place. Well, we're supposed to defend our client, but of course in this game, that means proving they're not guilty, proving reasonable doubt, and catching the real killer. But oh well, it's brought up in every video, every single lawyer who's ever played this game is like, oh, what the hell? This is not how this works. God, oh God, this has been my favorite so far. This is so cool. So this is where Mr. Tehran was murdered. Yeah, this is the lounge. Let's see that diagram the police made again. Right now, we're in the main building here on the right side, on the 3rd floor. Clay Mr. Starbuck fled here from Launchpad 1 after the explosion. You there! No admittance without express permission! Mr. Starbuck's lawyers, we come to investigate. Sorry, nobody gets in without permission. Not even the police superintendent. Can't have Detective Fulbright getting mad at me. So, Detective Fulbright is here, huh? Yeah, he's in the Launchpad 1 corridor. Go get clearance from him and then we'll talk. Leave it to me. I'm great at getting intel out of Detective Fulbright. Let's see what trick should I use on him today. I don't know if I should be grateful or afraid. So, to get to the Launchpad 1 corridor, we just have to go through that door with the blue rocket on it, I think. Wait, that door. It looks awfully familiar. Good eye there, boss. This is the door Clay and Mr. Starbuck used during their escape from the launch pad. Ah, that explains it. The fingerprint system has been deactivated, so I think we can just pass through. Now come on, let's go. So, this is it, huh? This is the corridor the two of them used in their escape. Yep, this is the only thing connecting Launchpad 1 with the main building. See police taped down at the other end. Guess we won't be looking at the launch pad. After the explosion, this whole corridor must have been filled with smoke. The launch pad itself was probably a sea of flames. Must have been pretty scary for them. Now, where could Detective Fulbright be? Hey, I think that's him over there. What should I do? Which path is the path of justice? He seems to be lost. That's funny. This corridor is a straight shot. Huh? Ah, it's you lawyer people. To the Space Center. Welcome to the Space Center. Enjoying a relaxing day off, are you? Here for a little rocket sightseeing? We're here to investigate the scene. Same as you. Do you have any info to share? Boss, if he acts at all reluctant to give us information, we hit him with whatever shall we do act. I'm sure he'll fall for it. Got it? Are we trying to catch the unruly family dog here or something? Info on the case, huh? Alright. I'll gladly share some with you. Huh? What just happened? Detectives and lawyers seeking truth and justice side by side. I like it. Just take whatever you want from me, you info bandits. I'm in a generous mood today. I don't know, there's something weird about Detective Fulbright today. Well, we need information, so let's run with it. If you say so. Detective Fulbright, could you give us permission to investigate the crime scene? There's an officer on guard, and we can't get in. Oh, whatever shall we do? That's an easy one. I'll let them know over there to let you in. Investigate to your heart's content. Take a week if you need it. A month even. Shall I have some snacks delivered? One of my men gives a mean neck rub. No, that's okay, but thanks. Definitely not the Fulbright I know. Detective Fulbright is acting sickeningly sweet. It's kind of gross, actually. Do you think he hit his head or something? Who knows? Whatever the case, it's making our lives way easier. You were here at the Space Center at the time of the incidents, weren't you, Detective? That's right. I was here on a security assignment. The police are required to secure rocket launches now? I didn't know that. Yes. Well, you know us. To serve and protect. Ha ha ha. The explosions occurred while I was here on duty, so I started leading the evacuation. He's leaving out a lot of details, but okay. Could you tell us more about what happened? Of course! A bomb went off on the second floor of the main building. Right after that, the one over in Launchpad 1 also blew sky high. So I immediately instructed the visitors and employees to evacuate to the shelter. The shelter? That's right. There's an evacuation shelter in the basement of the Safe Center. It's there for accidents and emergencies and the like. So where were you when the first bomb went off? I was on duty on the 4th floor. It was quite the madhouse, I tell you. The elevator wasn't working on account of the explosion. And the stairs on the 2nd floor were destroyed, so we couldn't go that way. And wasn't it impossible to get down to the basement shelter? No, we lowered an emergency ladder from a 4th floor window and escaped that way. It was a folding ladder, so it wasn't very stable. But at least it reached the ground. After I secured the ladder, I left to take another look around for any other survivors. Once everyone else got out safely, I made my way down too, and headed to the shelter. Wow, what an ordeal. But climbing down an emergency ladder sounds kind of fun. Thank you for your answers, Detective. They were very helpful. Just a moment. I have some more information to share with you. But don't tell Prosecutor Blackwell, okay? Wow, and Prosecutor Blackwell usually has you on a short leash, too. Well, never mind that. I thought you should know that there was a witness. Could you tell us more about this witness? Sure thing. The witness was a Space Center employee who was on the 4th floor. While she was climbing down, she looked through a window into the 3rd floor lounge. So, she was looking into the crime scene from the outside. That's right. It's just a matter of chance that she saw something important. Not that I know what she saw exactly yet, though. You don't? But that's the most important thing of all. Haha. Don't you worry, I'll get around to interviewing her soon enough. She should still be somewhere here in the Space Center. You might even run into her. 1st floor employee, huh? Alright. Thanks for the info, Detective Fulbright. Gee, you sure are being cooperative, Detective. A little too cooperative, even. Yes, well, actually, something you can't talk about? Yes, something like that. Anyway, never mind. Don't worry about me. Well, I'll be on my way now. Something's up. I think something's going on, and they're having like a moral dilemma about what to do about it. And I think Fulbright was like, "Nah, I'm not, I am gonna act on the side of justice this time." What was that all about? Something is definitely going on. I'm going to get it out of him the next time I see him. Okay. I'm not so sure he'll talk about it, though. Well, we have permission to investigate now. Let's head back to the boarding lounge. Ah, you two! Detective Fulbright has granted you permission to investigate. He also said I should bring you some snacks or give you a neck rub too, if you like. Oh, that's alright, but thank you for the offer. Well, time to roll up our sleeves and start investigating. Now, let's see. Where's the diagram again? So this lounge is on the 3rd floor of the main building, and according to Apollo, this is where he believes a third party killed his friend. Well, let's stop the recap and start looking for traces of this third person then. You read my mind, Athena. We'll make that our first priority. There's just one problem, though. This room. It's just so big. Don't worry, we can use this to help us. The Space Center pamphlet? For tourists. Yep, picked up at the entrance. Picked it up at the entrance. The maps inside should come in handy. Let's see. Yep, here it is. A map of the lounge. This is the door we went through to talk to Detective Fulbright. Oh yeah, that's the door with the fingerprint recognition lock. Well, I guess this map will make things a little easier. Yeah, no more excuses. Let's track down the third person. Wait, there's just one more thing. What's that strange creature moving around outside the window? Oh, boss, it's just a holographic image. Oh, yeah, I knew that. Whew, that's a relief. There should be a button somewhere in this room to turn the image on and off. That's exactly what it says in the pamphlet, anyway. The only reason you're so eager to start is so that you can push that button, isn't it? And what's wrong with that? Let's just look for the button while we're looking for clues. Alright, fine. Let's get investigating. So this is where they discovered Clay. Yeah, he was already dead when they found him. Let's take a look at the photo. So he was stretched out like this, and... Huh? What's the thing that looks like a thermos? That's the thing that Prosecutor Blackwell mentioned when I was in court with Apollo. He said that it contains asteroid samples. Oh right, Director Cosmos mentioned something about that too, didn't he? They were brought back only 5 days ago by the probe that the Hat 1 launched. I wonder what they look like. Do you think they'll let us see? Let's think about that after we solve the case, okay? That's some pretty futuristic looking furniture over there. According to the pamphlet, those are no ordinary chairs. Like amusement park teacup rides. You can power them yourself, it says. If you spin the table, your chair spins too. Why would anybody want to have something like that here? It's for astronauts who have trouble with the device on the ceiling. No vertical spins. It says it's a training device that's easy on the eyes and on the body. The person really calls themselves an astronaut if they can't handle 0G? No matter how I look at it, all I can think of is torture device. But I guess it's a training device for getting used to zero gravity? Uh-oh, Athena has an odd glint in her eye. Is she thinking about trying that thing out? I should try to stop her, but I'm afraid she'll just outmuscle me. Hey, Mr. Wright, look at that up there! Some kind of fragment? Stuck in tight. Oh, so that's what the glint was all about. That color looks familiar. I think it's part of an oxygen tank. I think you're right, but if that's here, it means Clay's tank ruptured after they arrived at the boarding lounge. The prosecutor's Blackwell theory that Mr. Starbuck dropped Clay down the ladder must be wrong. This proves that both of the astronauts were alive when they reached the boarding lounge. So Apollo was right. scene of the murder wasn't the launch pad. Hey, way to go, Apollo. So it looks like there are 3 doors that lead in and out of this room. Well, let's check. Drum roll, please. Ta-da! The Space Center pamphlet. We're here at this place that says Boarding Lounge 1. Here are the 3 doors. Let's call them Lefty, Righty, and Downy. People usually say West, East, and South in a case like this, you know. Details, details. Anyway, take a look at the West door. That door with the rocket icon leads to Launch Pad 1. I know because it says here on the map, Launch Pad 1 corridor. That's where we were with the detective. It was filled with smoke after the explosion. Right. Next up, the right-hand side of the map, or east in your word. In your world, or word? In your world, okay. That's the door with the satellite dish icon to signify communication. AKA the control room. Yep, definitely says control room. Looks like it has another door on the opposite side. They communicate and exchange information with rockets and probes in space from there. So it's the center of the Space Center. The Space Center, if you will. Does everybody start to talk like Director Cosmos after they've been here a while? But it seems that they built a new command center on the 6th floor. That's what they used for the Hat 2 mission. So this control room was empty at the time. Always wanted to see the inside of a mission control room, and since we're here, I'd love to do that too, but it doesn't look that we'll be able to. They want to keep curious kids like you out. So the door is protected with fingerprint recognition. Only the director can go through. With that much security, I'm definitely not the one they're looking to keep out, Athena. So apparently the lock is all hooked up to a backup generator in case of emergencies. Hey, what about the last door? This lower door, oh, excuse me, I mean south door, it leads to the elevators. This is the door we came through when we entered this room, right? Yep, and of course there was no fingerprint recognition device, so it's open to anyone. But the elevators weren't working at the time due to the explosion. Well, that's about it for the 3 mascadors of the boarding lounge. Thanks. Understanding the layout of the lounge should help us understand the case. That's why I thought we better have a good grasp of where all the doors go. What's this? A trap door? It's a trash chute. The cleaning robots throw the garbage out from here. The robots do the cleaning? What a futuristic world we live in. I just hope they don't revolt like they do in science fiction movies. No way. All the robots here are very nice. Actually, wasn't there one in the Launchpad 1 corridor? You can go say hi to it if you want. Wait, what's that? Hey, I see something shiny down there. Let's take this cover off then. What's this? It looks like a metal jelly bean. It's really small, but it's a bullet. It's only about 2 to 3 millimeters in diameter. Let's see, that would make the caliber 10? Caliber refers to the diameter of a gun's barrel, right? Yes, but I've never heard of a 10 caliber bullet before. This bullet must be for a special kind of gun. I bet if you tried firing a bullet this small with a regular-sized gun, it would just fall right out. Yeah, it must have been a really small gun. Wonder how the bullet ended up here. I mean, we're in the bottom left on the south door side of the room according to this map. That's pretty far from where Clay's body was. Maybe the police didn't think to look there? Yeah, leave it to Detective Fulbright to accidentally hand us just the card we need. I wonder what this big knob is for. It looks like the knob on a stove. Well, it's the same shape, but I think that's where the similarities end. I mean, it's behind a glass pane. What kind of stove would require knob security like this? Well, the knob is straight up and down, so if it was for a stove, the burner would be off. Right, if it was for a stove. Still, I wonder what it's really for. Something turned on by a knob that's not a stove? Excuse me, how about a rocket engine? If you had to start the engine here, the rocket would take off before you could get in. I guess all we can say for now is that's a mystery knob. God, trying to use WASD is so hard. There's some kind of panel with 2 buttons on it here. Just push it. That's the invariable principle of buttons. There are such things as buttons left unpushed. Hey, the giant holographic image disappeared. Yeah, though that side of the wall seems kind of barren without it now. Still, let's see if we can't find anything new with the image off. I'm curious about that broken glass. Hey, Mr. Wright, take a look at this. Looks like a bullet hole. Great find, Athena. It's pretty big. Whoever fired the shot must have been using a pretty large gun. Think so? Based on my experience, I say this was fired from a regular pistol. Well, whatever size it was, somebody fired a gun in here, right? Apparently, this is an important fact. Do you see a bullet around somewhere? No, the police might have taken it, though. Let's ask Detective Fulbright about this bullet hole later. I don't think... So this is the fingerprint recognition device. I guess you put your hand on this hand mark. Well, I guess when you can try now to line my hand up with the outline. Don't, Athena. This thing is related to the case. Get your prints all over that, the next thing you know, you'll be named a suspect. Why, how can you be so cruel to a little girl like me? I'm not buying those tears, Missy. Let's see, this door is... Where's that pamphlet? Here we are. It's the door to the corridor that leads to Launchpad 1. We went through it earlier when we went to talk to Detective Fulbright. So I guess the security lock must be disengaged now, right? They say the corridor was filled with smoke at the time of the bombing. This thing beside the door. This must be the fingerprint recognition device. Which reminds me, I think Prosecutor Blackquill talked about that at the trial. Then does this mean that the bomber's prints were verified by the system? The number of unauthorized personnel is supposed to be really small. Voila! Fingerprint powder! I brought it just in case something like this came up. I found it at the office. I've been just itching for a chance to use it. Wow, way to think ahead. Now let's test the fingerprint recognition device and see what we can find. You got it. Now to sprinkle some here and a little over there, and... whoop. Let's see what we have here. Oh, we got something. Aw, it's only a single set of prints. Isn't that a good thing? Sure wish we could figure out whose prints these are. Though I doubt we'll be so lucky as to get the culprit's prints on the first try. Well, I'm willing to bet that Detective Fulbright has some fingerprint data. Right. There's the security footage of this door, too. Yes, here it is. It came up in court the other day. I wish we could see the part of the footage just after this bit. Oh, because that would be right before the murder, wouldn't it? Let's ask the detective. With the mood he's in, he'll probably show it to us right away. Yeah, he's in almost too good of a mood today. Let's see if we can find him again once we're done with this room. Welcome to the Space Center, guests. Welcome. Yikes! What in the world? My name is Ponko. P-O-N-C-O. Ponko. Are you sightseeing? Are you lost? Are you looking around? Choose one. I will guide you. It's a robot? I am not a robot. I am Ponko. Psychological observation and navigation companion. P-O-N-C-O. Ponko. Well, I'm glad we got that cleared up. Oh, Ponko, I missed you. Do you know this thing, Athena? Oh, she, showed us around the last time when I came here with Apollo. Oh, you're such a good girl, Ponko. That's a good girl. Okay, girl, you're tied to this place and this case somehow. Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm so happy, so very happy. Wow, guide robot. That's pretty cool. My name's Phoenix Wright. Nice to meet you. I don't know you. I don't know you. Huh? Ouch. That hurt. Oh, she has to register people she meets for the first time. Please register him, Ponko. Certainly. Commencing guest registration. Please tell me your name. A nickname is fine, too. His name is Phoenix. A bit overly familiar, but I'll allow it. Phoenix, please let me get a good look at your face. Oh, sure. Registering. Facial registration sequence complete. We are now officially friends. Nice to meet you, Phoenix. Huh? This robot is pretty cute. You made a friend, boss. Isn't it great? Phoenix, Athena, allow me to guide you. Right this way. Oh, goody. Let's go, boss. Go where? Oh wow, what is this place? Is that rocket real? Welcome, welcome! The Space Museum is open to the public every day of the year from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Learn about the history of our nation's space development and the Hat 1 project. The rocket is just a replica, but it's the same size as the real one. The Space Museum? Oh, here it is on the map. Okay, so it's on the exact opposite side of the main building from Launchpad 1. Ask me anything, I will explain. We will ask you a couple of questions, Ponko. Next time on Dual Destinies. Alright, here we go. So we gained so much new evidence, and most of which, at face value, appears to be very helpful for us in proving the existence of a third party in the lounge. But can we place them there at the time of the murder? We still don't know. But we will find that out. And until we do, thank you all for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to Brony Time for more content, especially more Dual Destinies. Also, make sure to share this video far and wide so we can get as many eyes on this series as possible. I will see you guys next time.